everybody. My name is Juan. I'm a student at Kaiser University. I have a question, guys. I have a question for you guys. Let's say your child is a very sick child and has a very rare disease which nobody seems to have an answer for. You've exhausted every available option to you, and no one seems to come up with an answer. Your child just gets sicker and sicker, and all of a sudden you come across an article about medical marijuana, which is a very controversial issue in some areas. And you have that option. What would you do? And this is what my speech is about. I'm here to try to persuade people why medical marijuana should be legalized. Medical marijuana, for those who are not familiar with it, is a plant, it's an Indian hemp plant that was considered illegal by the U.S. government in 1972. Since then, 20 of the 50 states have changed their opinion and have made it legal to treat patients with medical marijuana. There's been numerous studies on medical marijuana. They have changed a lot of doctors' minds on the subject, such as the Cannabis Research Center, which find out that a lot of the strains of medical marijuana can relieve the pain of patients who have really strange, medical symptoms, such as chemotherapy and things like that. They become nauseated and the pain is unbearable. So marijuana relieves that pain and helps them have a better way of life, while they're doing this. I came across a story about 2 weeks ago from CNN correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta, about a little girl in New Jersey who had a very rare type of epilepsy. It's called Dravet syndrome, which is the strongest type of epilepsy. The parents have been dealing with her symptoms for quite some time, and they have been trying to get the strain of marijuana that allows the little girl to stop seizuring. It's called DVD. This is the strain that even though it comes from marijuana, it does not get you high, as opposed to THC, which is the main ingredient that gets people high. They decided to try this, but since in New Jersey this drug is illegal, they've been having problems trying to get the bill approved. About a week ago, Governor of New Jersey, Chris, approved the bill so the little girl can have the medical marijuana only through candy or edible forms. That she will not be allowed to smoke. So another article was by Dr. Sanjay Gupta, was another girl from Colorado, which for 2 to 3 years her symptoms were so bad that they decided to go to the hospital and declare that not to be resuscitated. This went on for about 3 years, and it got so bad they just decided to almost give up until her father came across a video on the internet about a little boy in Los Angeles that was being treated for the same disease that his daughter was having problems with, and he was successfully reacting to the treatment. So even though he was opposed to marijuana because he's in the armed forces, he decided to give the treatment. The first night that they tried the treatment, the girl didn't seizure for 7 hours, and they waited a little longer, and it went 7 days without a seizure, so they decided to keep trying. So, but it's been a problem for them because it's not legal, especially since she's the first child to ever request a marijuana treatment in the state. She's the youngest ever. Moving on, I came across another article, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with a small country in South America named Uruguay. They just legalized marijuana, and they're doing it in a way that big corporations do not profit for it, which is a lot of what people fear here. They become such a big business that they're just going to push the use of marijuana, medical marijuana. And what they're doing is they just limit it to personal use, 480 grams per person. This was an article in the LA Times, and another people who were opposed to marijuana for a long time was the American Medical Association since 1977. Well, they changed their mind on the subject, and now they open a lot of research centers to treat marijuana patients. Anyway, this is one of the main reasons why I want you guys to understand why medical marijuana should be legalized. Do you guys have any questions? Well, this concludes our speech for today. Thank you very much, guys.